Some stories are so big with so much impact they can't be told simply or concisely. Some stories require a chorus of voices. They deserve to be told and retold and remembered. This is one of those stories about a subject I hold close to my heart. It is the story of our language, the sounds, words, and phrases that bind us together as a people. We are indebted to the champions of our language revitalization program and the individuals who have a personal mission to keep it alive. Here's the first of many stories about some of the keepers of our language with a shared mission that is unconquerable.
Language is culture. So when we're talking about one, we're really talking about the other. Language is like the key that explains everything about Chickasaw, whether it's the dances or the songs or the food or whatever we're talking about, family terms. The way to really know it is to look at it through the language.
I think language is a foundation. When you understand language, you can speak the language, then you understand who you are as a native person.
I feel the language is a key to its people. If people lose their language, lose their heritage, they no longer will be the Chickasaw people. Our language is at a verge in its history where our fluent speakers are 60 and 70 years old. And if we don't continue this with our youth, with our kids, evolve the language to them, then the language will die. And so in order to keep it alive, to keep it healthy, I thought my investment would be to put Chickasaw language into the martial arts program.
I think our language is a beautiful spoken language. It's very important to me, and when I pray in my language, there's just a passion that rises up in me that I can't explain. But I'm very, very grateful for it, and I'm very grateful that my husband speaks, and so we've been able to teach our children and just make that it's a priority, and I'm very grateful the Chickasaw Nation has continued to allow it to be a living language.
We have such strength in community, this common identity as Chickasaw people. I mean, should our last native speaker pass and there is no conversational speakers of Chickasaw, it would be a loss to us, but we wouldn't cease to exist as a people. That'd be tragedy. That would be tragedy. Language is the key to understanding everything that makes us Chickasaw people. It so happens that, that we're going through what some folks have called sort of a cultural renaissance in probably these last maybe 10 years. And so for many reasons, we see a return not only to dancing and foodways and hymn singing and all these things that make us Chickasaw, but particularly there's increasing interest in language because I think people sort of instinctively understand that language is what makes us separate and apart and different from anybody else on the planet.